Welcome to yet another episode of Applied Salesforce. In this episode, we built a micro project driving home the concepts around nesting child components in component events with the help of a simple scenario. You walk into a restaurant, waiter comes over, he takes your order and places the order in the kitchen, right? So it's all manual. So once you automate this, right? So typically a simplified version of this requires two different components, a child component like this, which displays the menu item, right? And once you select this menu, right? So you have the parent component, the item that you select, it gets applied into the kitchen. Let's assume that the kitchen is the parent component and restaurant is the child component. Anything that you select inside the restaurant has to be supplied into the kitchen, right? So that's technically that's how it is, right? So this particular scenario has two different components: the child component, which represents the menu, and the parent component, which embeds the child component, and also it displays the menu item that you select. Okay, so let's jump into the code. Okay, so as we discussed, it had two components. The first one is proj o3 kot cmp event. This is the child component. So let's look at the markup. So what have we done here? So it's just the menu, right? So uh, button menu and menu items. So bruschetta, beef, potage, and steak. And once you select an menu item, right, on select out of the box event fires, and it invokes prepare kot. It's a JavaScript no, event handler, right? So this is how it looks. All right. So inside your JavaScript, um, you know, um, event handler. So you are creating a new event called using the custom event method, and you name the event as KOT event, and you pump in a payload, right? So the payload, by rule, it has a property called detail, and evt.detail.value. This is exactly the item that you selected, right? So once you compose a custom event, the next thing is to fire the event or dispatch the event, right? So this is how you do it. Use again the out of the box JavaScript method, dispatch event, and the event um, name, right? So this comprises of your uh, the child component code. Let's take a look at the parent component. So parent component is what you see. This lightning card, and the layout, which is split into two parts: one housing the child component, and second displaying what the item is selected. So let's look at the markup. Parent component markup. Okay, so lightning card and the layout split into two. It's first layout item, which essentially is how you embed the child component. And important thing to note here is the kebab case for the child component. So this is the child component, project O3 KOT CMP event. It translates into the kebab case in this fashion. Okay, and you are embedding the child component alongside one of the ways to capture the event that got fired from the child component is by using a prefix on and the event name, and you're linking the event handler, right? So place order is an event handler, and it's just a piece of JavaScript code, right? So when you select something from the child component, right? So this event fires, and it gets handled using place order here. So that's the JavaScript code. Let's take a look at the JavaScript code. Let's place order, right? So this is the payload that you supplied, and the order.detail gives you the value, right? So the payload value, right? So item that you got selected, that you selected. Okay. So this comprises of your parent code, and the outcome is this, right? So you have the child, you component, you select items, it gets displayed at the parent component, the kitchen, right? So this is one of the simplest micro projects, and you could try to simulate that into your personal org and see how the component events work, right? So that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye bye.